whole thing is I've been doing digital marketing and sales for 20 years. I've developed a system that works really well for experts, and it's a social media system. Can I share that with you? Is that I feel like, because that's really what I talk about in my coaching. That's what I tell all of my clients, and I would like to share. I think your listeners would find it really valuable. So
absolutely.
So like social media, a lot of people will just like be posting on social media, and like I learned this on the reality show. So there was a lot of people on the reality show that had multiple times the followers than me, okay? And they have a lot of eyeballs, but I was definitely, out of anyone on that show, making way more money off of my social media than any of those individuals, because they were posting as influencers and not as business owners. And so you really want to approach social media as a business owner, and there's ways to do that. We can talk about that if you're interested, but you can't just go into social media. Here's a big myth. You go into social media, and if I'm posting, then people will buy from me. If people like me, then they will buy from me. These kind of ideas. And it doesn't work that way. Like, it's easy enough to get eyeballs if I share about my divorce or what I think about politics. Super easy. But that's not going to bring sales. And that's where a lot of real estate agents can fall short, or they're just not doing it at all. But the key is you have this marketing washing machine. As a real estate agent, you are going to networking events. You're posting on social. Maybe you're going on podcasts, whatever. You're in a magazine. You're handing out open houses, business cards, and you have this marketing washing machine. And then you just hope and pray that people will come out of that washing machine and buy from you. But the key that is missing for most people is a conversion event. And you mentioned my class that I'm teaching. I host conversion events all the time. And that is, it takes those people out of the washing machine and brings them closer into your world. So for a real estate agent, it is 4 tips on what you need to do to buy a house in the blah, blah area right now. And it's an online class to get people out of that washing machine. Okay. You have to have like a strike point. And that's really what people are missing. So I teach what's called the invite-only event. So you invite all your hot leads, you present this thing, and you ask the hot people to get on a phone call. So social media to a conversion event to a sales situation. And when you plan it out like that, it makes things a lot easier. So that's what I teach. That's what I consult with. That's what my business is built upon. That's what I teach others.
What's your favorite format? A webinar, in person?
Yeah, so I teach my invite-only event. So, to your point where you're like, well, maybe we overthink it. That's kind of the hard part. I would agree with you. I think it is the hard part, because people show up on this. So then they show up on a webinar or they go do a live event, and they're like, if people like me, they will buy from me. But they don't talk to their buyers' problems. They don't make the title sexy enough for people to want to come. They end up talking about themselves. They end up talking about things that their buyers don't give 2 craps about, and putting people to sleep or whatever. So that is a sales masterclass. It is not, let's have coffee with the realtor class. If you want to do it right and effectively, you create this it's 54 minutes, because I've given this thing 100 times. I've shared it with hundreds of people. 54 minutes is the perfect time. Take that away, because then people are like, they can hear your call to action before they are looking at their calendar for their next meeting. Okay? So it's the same class you give every single week, and you can do it live. You can do it online, because it's the same thing. So to answer your question, you try to do it live, because you're going to convert more, because there's more intimacy, and with intimacy comes trust. But if not, you do it online. Thank you, Zoom. It's the same thing, right? And once you're really good at it, like you're Taylor Swift at this thing, you're given the same performance every time. You get so good at it, and then you hear the phone calls for the people who get on the sales call, and you're like, oh, that's why they're on the call. Maybe it's not the right buyer. I'm going to actually tweak that part. And you get better and better, and just iterate that thing until it becomes your best marketing tool you've ever had.
For marketing, digital marketing for real estate agents, what platforms should they be utilizing?
Well, I've had successful real estate agents on all platforms. So I'll share with you a little bit about my social media strategy. It works on all social media platforms. So you want to go on social media showing 4 things in order to be a business owner, not an influencer, okay? And this works on any platform. I have successful YouTube, Facebook. Basically, to answer your question, because I don't want to skirt around it because that's annoying, to not answer your question, is wherever you have like the most people, wherever you have the most momentum, that's the answer.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep. And so you want to display 4 things. You need, and they call them your VEMS, VEMS. So V is for vibe. Of course, you want to be showing people that you're a real person and they want to be able to connect with you. So I pick 3 things that I'm willing to share online that people can associate with me and make their stereotypes about, or like their assumptions about. So for me, it's I live in the most beautiful state, which is Portland, Oregon. I don't want to hear from you, Jeff, okay? The second one is I'm a mother of 3, because that really resonates with my clients because they don't have time. I don't have time. I got 3 kids. And I'm really into health and fitness. So if something falls into those and it's happening in my life, I will post it on social media. Because that 3 is enough that people kind of get to know you, but you're not like also posting about weird hobbies you have. And they're like, what is happening?
All right. So number 1, we got vibe, and the 3 things that you love to share: Portland, of course, your family, and health and wellness.
Yeah. So pick 3 things. That makes you a real human instead of just a realtor.
Gotcha.
All right. So V for vibe. E is for experience. Of course, you want to be sharing. We just sold this house. We just did this. This is what I do for an open house. This is how I handle my, like, these are all my wins and why you want me. And you want to be sharing those, of course. They're not going to go find them themselves, so you want to be sharing those. And you don't want to be saying, here's a customer, here's a customer testimonial. Those are always great. But with even experience, and we're talking on social media, you put it in a story. Just got done with an open house. There was 20 people here. It was so great. That's how we show up as winners for our clients.
All right. So we got vibe, experience.
Yep. The third thing is M for methodology. So what will make you as a realtor stand out from all of your competitors? It's not, hey, let's see if we're going to make a good match and if I can be your real estate agent. No, they want somebody serious who has a plan and a system. And so you share that online. You say, it is the simple home selling system. As an agent with me, when you come in, this is what it looks like and why we are the best in XYZ area. And you outline a plan so they view you as a professional with a plan. It will make you stand out way farther than the competition.
Vibe, experience, methodology, and give me the S.
The S is for skills. And so, for example, my real estate agent that sold me this house, beautiful house in Portland, she had skills and she needs to show those online. So her skills were, she knew how many steps from the driveway to get to our kitchen for when that's our major trip from groceries. And so like she knows stuff like that and would point that out. She was also incredibly skilled at all of the homes in this area, which the second they would go on sale, she was in there trying to fight, and then she would be able to like negotiate really well because she knew the area. So those are her skills. And so you showcase those online. What area are you a specialty in? What's going on right there? Because people have their eyes on different markets for sure, based on school districts, based on this. So you're all of a sudden the realtor that knows how to negotiate deals and what the other houses are going for or whatever else in the area. You're going to be the number 1 pick.
Marketing, GOLD. Before I let you go, share with listeners how they can learn more about you, your work, your company, and how they can connect with you.
Awesome. If you like the strategies that I'm sharing with you today, the social media, the invite-only event, the sales strategy, I'm always giving a live virtual event. I have one coming up. All you need to do is head over to lindseyAnderson.live. That's Lindsey Anderson with an O, SON.live, and you can get a ticket for my next virtual masterclass. Those are free. That's if you really want to dive into what I talked about on today's episode, just head over there. And then if you want to find out more about me, just head over to lindsaya.com. That is my website, and get signed up for that masterclass.